I'm sorry about that, guys. OBS crashed. So, um, yeah, that previous hour I did of streaming, it's still there. It's still there. It's just like OBS crashed, and I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I actually made it back to my base, and I'm trying to just stock up on motherfucking food. But all right, so let's actually get back to this man, this idiot.
You just gotta throw in the towel, man. I feel sometimes, you gotta just give up.
And it's gotten so bad that in one of his newer videos, he's even having discussions of selling his soul. Which, I'm gonna be real with you, it is probably the funniest video that I've seen in a minute. But it's sad, but I ain't gonna front, it's funny. I'm definitely laughing.
Alright, so here's the thing. This is why I've never understood this manosphere shit. Because they are actively laughing at people who are fucking suffering. These people are fucking suffering because they feel that they aren't up to par to the standards of so much shit. But it's funny because ha ha, somebody is suffering. And it's just like, are we really doing this, guys? Are we fucking really doing this? Are we gonna be those assholes who quite literally make fun of someone suffering because it's funny? And it's like, this is why I've never understood those INCEL boards, and I thought it would be better because, spoiler alert, I do Reddit. I fucking do Reddit a lot. But I even went on the women's board, and they said it was okay for men to be on the women's fucking board, and I literally was kicked off of a forum because I told somebody it gets better. It's okay. Shit is, don't feel that it's never going to get better. They fucking kicked me off a forum because I said, I had the unmitigating gall to say, it's not as bad as you think it is. It gets better. And it was just like one of those things where it's just like, really? 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 But let's continue. Let's go through. And guys, if you haven't did so, I do want to actually say, I want to actually put this out in the chat, and I want to put this in all the chat. Put this in all the chat, and I want to say thanks. Thank you for fucking watching. Yay. I'm a fucking loser. But yeah, put that in the chat and let everybody else see the shit. And I want to say thank you for watching. So, let's continue.
And for fun, another group, a part of the manosphere, would be the Fabstinence group, also known as NoFap, a group of self-deprecating. Go ahead and
black chicks down black ass
and being slit my okay, that's where we're at.
So when he came back in the now private video, it seemed as if everything was going kind of well. He had a different worldview, and it slowly started chipping away, getting more and more negative each video, to the point where he's back at this.
You can't remain strong all the time in life. Sometimes you just gotta sit on your behind and be a bitch.
Okay, the first part of that statement was actually very telling and very actually mature, and it was very, thought-provoking. You can't be strong all the fucking time. But he had to throw in, sometimes you gotta sit on your ass and be a bitch. No, that is outright stupid as hell to fucking believe. And the fact that you want to believe that shit because your fucking feelings is hurt, dog, that shows a mark of you got some fucked up things that you need to fucking take care of in your motherfucking mind. Speaking of which... Oh, that's enhanced grill. Okay, cool. Do you have some fucking issues that you need to address, dog? that's a problem. When you actually feel that, if you're not strong, you're a bitch, and it's just like, no, dog. That's not how things work. And this is coming from somebody who always feels that I have to be strong, not for some fucking performative ass bullshit. Is because people need my strength. I have been chastised. Me, Crimson, Bryant, whatever the fuck you want to call me, have been chastised for always trying to be strong. It fucking happens to people who are strong. But it's never in a case of, I never want to seem fucking weak. No, in a lot of cases, it's just like, I know that there are people who are in need. I know people are hurting. So I am strong for them. But these motherfuckers are, they're the fucking bullies. That's what they really are. Because they think weakness is so bad that they can never be fucking weak. And that's their problem. That's their issue. They don't know how to be strong people without oppressing others. But let's continue.
You know, I hate to say it. You know, sometimes you just gotta give up in life, man. You just gotta throw in the towel, man. I feel sometimes, you gotta just give up.
All right, so we're going to listen to this video, and I don't know where it's at, and quite frankly, I don't know if I want to watch the real full video, but sometimes you have to know when your strength alone is not enough. I will say that. Sometimes you need to know when to ask for help. It's not a weakness to actually need help. That's not a weakness. It's not something where it is a bad sign that you may need help with shit. But a lot of people like this false strength, this false masculinity, this toxic masculinity, a lot of these motherfuckers think that strength is domination. That's not what strength is. Strength is not the exercise of power. It's the ability to control it and use it. But let's continue.
And it's gotten so bad that in one of his newer videos, he's even having discussions of selling his soul. Which, I'm gonna be real with you, it is probably the funniest video that I've seen in a minute. But it's sad, but I ain't gonna front, it's funny, I'm definitely laughing.
What do you guys think about selling your soul to the devil? I know a lot of celebs have sold their soul to Satan. I've thought about selling my soul to the devil. I've had a lot of challenges in my life. How could God love you when he's sitting back and allowing you to go through hell in life? This is why I've thought about selling my soul to Satan. I want the success in life,
So, I may make little colloquial phrases like, selling my soul to get ahead. I actually chastise people that I'm friends with who say, well, you're working so much, you must have a lot of money. And the sad part, I don't, because I still struggle with having to make sure that just needs are met because, capitalism is a system where it fucks you over. But, it's also one of those things where it's just like, you guys don't fucking understand. Holding the thing where you're saying you're selling your soul for money, power, fame, riches, you will never feel the hold in your motherfucking heart that you're looking for in this fucking in that order, in that whole thing. it is really you saying that I don't want to try anymore. It's really that you're saying that I you're and quite honestly, he brings up another hypocrisy that you actually see with religion. And that hypocrisy is that um you see that hypocrisy of actually I'm sorry guys, I was actually looking at something. Just trying to change the settings on my chat. But you see that hypocrisy of people needing to blame a deity in order to make themselves better, and you need to and this is one of the reasons why this is the reason why I actually don't believe in a deity, because this whole thing of needing to have a deity to make sure that everything goes well in life, and man, it's just like I don't know. I just can't do it. It's just like if you feel that that's what you like, it just I'm at a loss of words of how to say it, but it is a reason why that I think that having a deity who is personally responsible for all of your suffering and all this other good shit and all of this and making sure all the good happens and all the bad happens, that's a problem, because you get shit like this where people, not all good happens or not all bad happens, and you have issues where people actually just they see the world as unfair, and with seeing the world as unfair, they get angry. They become not even atheist or agnostic, they become mesotheist, where they end up hating the concept of this creator deity, this God who actually wants to, quote unquote, is in control of everything. And it's just like, this is the reason why. It's just like shit like this. I can't. Like, this is the reason why it's just not for me. This is the reason why it's not in my best interest to actually feel like there's some sort of deity. I'm actually trying to change the chat, guys, and it's been taking more time to change my chat than what I fucking like. And all right, cool. There we go. Because I actually have the chat on screen now, so I can actually see it. But, shit. What all that I'm saying is, this whole idea of this great and powerful God, but he allows shit to happen to you really, really poor, really, really bad. I think that's the reason why I stepped away from it. It's like, it makes no sense. Not in the sense of hating somebody that by the laws of contradiction just can't exist. It was more along the lines of bad shit happens to good people and good shit happens to bad people. There's something wrong here, and if you have a deity that's supposed to be all loving and in control, why does this shit happen? And then I started seeing people that have, and this it wasn't supposed to be some rant on how I take things or how I see, religion or life, but it's just like some of this shit just doesn't make sense. And because it doesn't make sense, maybe it's not true. So, yeah, that's it. But let's go back to this video.
I want the Pole Roger. I want the fettuccine and veal. I want the Chandon. I want the good life. And if Satan is willing to give me the good life, I believe I should give him a shot. I've been faithful to God my whole life, and what has it done for me? It didn't do nothing for me. I'm willing to break bread with Satan. I would love to sit down and have dinner with Satan. We can drink some champagne. I'll sign a contract in blood because I want the good life.
So this, I wish I can fucking cut away to fucking Fight Club, but copyright issues and everything, right? But this whole belief that you just have to have this dominating sense of, I want the good life, I want to live in a lap of luxury, and that's the only life worth living. And maybe, yeah, okay, because I'm a person that actually finds meaning in struggle. I find meaning in learning to actually, taking the time to learn something and not it just be handed outright to me. So maybe that's just me. Maybe that's my thing. Maybe that's my fucking kink, and I like it that I can actually learn things and achieve shit. Maybe that's what is just my thing. I get it. Not everybody is like that. How the fuck do I get? Do I have to skin their ass? I want give me the fucking ichor. It's gonna be like this all day, isn't it? But anyway, let's continue.
And if the devil can bless me with what I desire in life, why not? Because you only get one life. And I want that good life. I want that champagne life. Shouts out to Neo. And if the devil is willing to give me the champagne life, I'm willing to bow down to Satan. Hail Satan all day.
This is just sad. It's really sad, and I don't see what's humorous about it. It's just really, dog? Is this what you really believe? Is this is you really on? That you want the good life, that you're willing to sell your invaluable immortal soul in order to get some meaningless trinket? And I think it's fucking hilarious. And I make so many pop culture references. Some were just gaming and media references. But it reminds me of the time I was watching Devil's a Part-Timer, and it was the second to last episode, and Oba came back and was trying to get Lucifer to join his team again, and Lucifer, it was Lucifer, who had been at that time basically living in the devil's castle, which is a one-room fucking apartment with a fucking internet connection. But it was just and he says, if you help me, you can get back into heaven. And Lucifer, quite frankly, kicked his ass and was sometime heaven is a one-room apartment with an internet connection. And he didn't portray Mal or Satan because he understood something. He understood that, the good life is what you fucking make it. It doesn't always have to be this whole thing of, I want the good life. I want to, literally, he actually quoted Biggie lyrics and, Tupac lyrics. Come on, guys. More than life is more to life than that. But let's continue.
Is to a point to where I'm willing to try something different. And I feel selling your soul to the devil would be a good thing to do. I think Satan, he's somebody that I need to break bread with because, Satan is the ruler of this world. I want the things of the world, I want the finer things in life, the big booty whores. And I know Satan, he can give me those things.
Where do I even start? First off, I've always wondered this about the incels. It's like you want the quote unquote big booty whores, but you don't want them to be touched by a man. That's number one. Also, you don't know what to do with the big booty whores because you haven't had a big booty whore before, and I can probably guess you wouldn't know what to do with her if you got it. 2, like, why did they have to be a whore? Like, for real, like, why? You're religious. You're being religious. Why can't they be a big booty church girl that may like to do freaky shit with you? Thirdly, why have to disrespect whores? And I say it with all, I don't slut shame. I don't. Like, it's stupid to fucking slut shame. Because here's the thing, jackasses like this. You want a woman with experiences that can actually help you be motherfucking better. I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there like, look. The thing about it is, you want a woman who can effectively blow your mind in something else. I'm sorry to laugh at my old jokes, but you don't want some timid little person that doesn't have any more experiences than you do. You want to be able to actually have somebody who can help you grow sexually or physically, or like, well, I guess not physically, but emotionally and as a person and intelligently. That's what you want. All these shallow people that you're complaining about, you don't want that, because here's the fucked up thing. They're not going to want you for long if they're looking for their next meal ticket, or they're going to want you just for a meal ticket. And wasn't it incels that complain about hypergamy or some shit like that? I don't know. Like, seriously. But let's continue.
Breaking bread with Satan would be a good thing to do. I would take the mark of the beast on my head. I want the things of the world. I want the good life. I want that good life. That fettuccine and veal, baby. You've been going to church your whole life, seeking God, but you still haven't gotten the things that you really desire in life. Maybe it's time to give your soul to that big devil. I just want the good life, man. That's all I ever wanted, was the good life. Because,
like, for real, what is the fucking good life, dog? What is the good life? Like, please enlighten me what the good life is, because I don't fucking know. You keep saying the good life. You talking about expensive shit. Like, I mean, like, if you're really that shallow, then if it's really that important to you, start your rapping career, a singing career, fucking pick up. Like, damn it. Like, I don't even get it. Like, dude, if you want to be that shallow, be that motherfucking shallow. And be that stupid motherfucker. Live up to that stupid ass stereotype. If you want to be that shallow, be that fucking shallow. But stop complaining about how shallow other people are. Stop. God damn, it's just like, this is coming from a fucking artist. I'm an artist. I literally am an artist. And there was a time where, I can't even say that, I just like drawing shit. Mostly beautiful women that, and that's my art. I make no bones about it. Like, you guys can actually see my art that I have. I make most of my art based on women and based on how how strong, how dynamic their personalities can actually be. It's fucking awesome. But if you want to be as shallow as to say like, and I know I'm going on for a 10-minute rant about how your mindset is wrong, dog. That's the thing. Your mindset is wrong. Stop slut shaming. Stop acting for a big booty bitch when you don't know how to maintain your fucking self. But let's continue. Let's continue.
Because I want Satan to bless me. I want Satan to bless me with a bad bitch. I want Satan to bless me with some big money. I want Satan to bless me with a BMW. You know, I want Satan to bless me with success. I'm willing to bow down to Satan. If your life is not going the way you want it to go, I say it's time to try a different strategy. You still...
So, and this is where it kind of hits home for me. It's just like, you're looking for fucking success, but you don't... Like, why though? Like, why are you looking for all this fucking success? What, like, and oh God, I hate that I have to ask this question. What are you doing to get that success? What is it that you're actually doing or promoting to get that success? Are you actively looking, or do you want the shit to just fall in your fucking lap? Like a lot of these motherfuckers who sit back and say, well, they just want to fuck on easy mode. They don't want to try. They don't want to do shit for themselves. As much as I fucking hate putting the illness on people to actually make changes to be successful in this fucking world. As much as I hate that has been drilled into so many fucking people, I still take the time to learn and be better about myself. I was supposed to start this stream at fucking 3 o'clock, but I spent another extra hour trying to get shit started to make this stream better. It may not have worked as well as I want to, but I still took the time to try to work to make this stream better. I buy a fucking green screen. I buy fucking 2 studio lights to try to make my presentation to you guys better. But motherfuckers like this. Let me just go on my motherfucking rants. I literally make video after video after video, and I only have 100 and fucking 49 subscribers on YouTube. It's better on Facebook Gaming. I thank everybody who has been there to actually, you know, enjoy my streams. For people who have been there to actually, the fuck did I just do? No. Nah. I thank everybody who's been there to fucking enjoy my streams, to fucking just watch my shit. But motherfuckers like this, they get tens of thousands of people following them like some fucking minstrel show. And it's just fucking, it's frustrating, and by no means am I saying that I want to replicate their situations, because
Hell say
I don't. I fucking don't. I don't want to fucking replicate their mindset to where they actually came to be this shitty ass person. I don't. I fucking don't. Because here's the thing. They're just shitty individuals. And I wouldn't sell my soul to have the shit that they're quote unquote looking for, because what profits a man to gain his soul, to gain the world but lose his soul? But these motherfuckers would sell their soul in a minute. And I don't even know if some of these motherfuckers actually believe some of the bullshit that they say. And this motherfucker, who is obviously very religious, I don't know if he actually believes the shit, to be honest with you. But let's let this man keep going.
Satan all day. I'm just to a point to where I'm willing to try something different. And I feel selling your soul to the devil would be a good thing to do. I think Satan, he's somebody that I need to break bread with because, Satan is the ruler of this world. I want the things of the world, I want the finer things in life, the big booty whores. And I know Satan, he can give me those things. Breaking bread with Satan would be a good thing to do. I would take the mark of the beast on my head. I want the things of the world. I want the good life. I want that good life, that fettuccine and veal, baby. You've been going to church your whole life seeking God, but you still haven't gotten the things that you really desire in life. Maybe it's time to give your soul to that big devil. I just want the good life, man. That's all I ever wanted was the good life because I want Satan to bless me. I want Satan to bless me with a bad bitch. I want Satan to bless me with some big money. I want Satan to bless me with a BMW. I want Satan to bless me with success. I'm willing to bow down to Satan. If your life is not going the way you want it to go, I say it's time to try a different strategy. You still haven't gotten the things that you're hungry for. I think selling your soul is the way to go. I would rather sell my soul and gain the world and die and go to hell. It'll be well worth it and well deserved.
Yeah, and see...
Do you guys want faster lap times and quicker 0 to 60 times?
Do you want to have full control of your throttle?
Do you want to...
That shit is not funny. It's fucking sad. It's fucking sad that... And this is the problem with those INCEL boards. People want to just... It's more than just commiserate with this shit. It's more than just... They want to see you pushed down in order to fucking make themselves feel better. I bet dude is sitting back right now thinking like, at least I'm not as bad as this motherfucker. So it's funny. God. Like, if you want to do something to make sure you're not an incel anymore, stop identifying as one. Stop going to these fucking boards. Stop going to these fucking posts. Stop trying to make yourself feel better by stepping on somebody else. If you want to worry about, not being an incel, not having all this toxic shit in your motherfucking life, because here's the thing. This shit is toxic as hell. Actually sitting back and listening to this man. This shit is outrageously toxic. It's outrageously toxic. Because the only thing that he's doing is just... It's his misery. And you think the shit is funny? Come on now.
I'm gonna be honest. If I'm selling my soul, I need a sweeter deal than that. Hey Rob, earlier in the video you said some of the comments that people send them, positive and negative, can we take a look at those? Johnny, where are you at? Well, due to the copper law that's coming out, Rob, I'm a model kid and I don't want you to get in trouble because, kid friendly and child law, so I don't think it's best if you show me right now. Oh, Johnny, are you serious, man? You were like the only good gimmick I had going for a while. Now I can't even show you because...
Okay, in the copper laws, I'm going to be honest with you. It's fucking YouTube. YouTube fucked up. And they're just like fucking corporations. They privatize the motherfucking profits and socialize the loss, or in this case, the risk. But let's continue.
Some fucking boomers want to go change the law because I guess people can't parent their kids properly. Hey man, I don't write this stuff, man. It's kind of messed up, but I don't want you to get hit with that fine. Well, all right, I guess we can take a look at some of the comments that Brandon puts on the internet. Even though a lot of what Oreo Man says is true, like black women like thugs and looks are the main factor when dating, I think the biggest problem was his mental health.
Black women don't just like thugs. As a matter of fact, oh God, tell you a little bit about myself. I have dated women who like thugs, and I am not a thug, and they've liked me still the same. As a matter of fact, and I keep telling this story, and it's fucking weird. Crimson 60620, used to have an issue where I I would be concerned that, you know, like, women would find themselves fine and comfortable getting intoxicated around me. And I'm bringing this up because it was one of those things where I used to have a real problem because, you know, I took it as they didn't see me as somebody who was, I don't know, somebody who they felt would take advantage of me or felt that would, they didn't see me as somebody who would take advantage of them. They felt they can be comfortable around me and I wouldn't try anything to misplace their trust. I literally used to have a hang up because I used to feel like they didn't see me as a man. But in reality, that allowed for that just showed how much they did trust me. That just showed how much they felt they can be at ease around me. Like, nothing. This whole notion of women only like thugs is so far from the fucking truth that I don't see why men still use that whole idea as black men. No, women like strong men. And again, as we explained, strength is not the exercise of power. It's the ability to control. You're not blistering and blustering about being a strong man because that's not strength. That's being a fucking idiot. And you know what? Women kind of like when your strength, and real strength, is silence. Weakness is loud. But let's continue.
Looks around, he's paranoid. Look at his Instagram, his photos are odd. Not everybody built to win. I'm defeated. I'd let a nigga beat me down in the street. I'm a piece of dog shit. I still don't believe you're still an incel. I'm a piece of shit. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. You've been making videos on this topic for 11 years. LOL, get your passport. A passport won't do shit. Don't give up, man. A lot of people don't figure this life thing out until they are much older than you. You are still very young, just getting started, bro. Bro, please, sometimes in life you need to give up. You need to travel to other places, get out of the matrix. All the women here are basically the same. Expand your horizons, save up, and travel, bro. I'ma kill myself. I've been seriously thinking about it. This is really sad.
Again, when you come from a place where fucking... This is the reason why we need to get rid of the system of you always have to be on top. You always have to be the leader. If you're not number one, then you're fucking defeated. This is why we have to get rid of that fucking system, because what it ends up doing is it makes this false dichotomy of always only having winners and fucking losers. And there can only be one winner. And in truth, that's not how we should be doing shit. And I don't get why people actually fall for this bullshit. It only leads to fucking misery and hatred and self-hatred, if anything. I mean, like, god damn. Like, is this really what you want to actually do with your life? But let's continue.
You know, you're really weird. Why? What'd I do? I just don't believe that. The way you said this is really sad, like I don't believe it. It just sounds off. Well, I mean, It is sad. I do honestly believe that. Yeah, alright. Sure. Just go back to making a video, man. Alright, I guess. Keep on trusting God. Jesus loves you. God don't love me. Hey bro, why don't you ever discuss solutions and game plans? Giving up can't be the answer. Man, it's over. This is one of my favorite ones. Why are you doing this? Material things don't matter. If you're bound for eternity in hell, that's it. You don't get a second chance. Please reconsider this, Brandon. Bitch, fuck you.
I don't see why this shit is funny. I don't. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But let's continue.
So Johnny, as you can see, it doesn't matter if it's a positive comment or a negative comment. Brandon is in a hole so deep, I don't even think you can see him at the bottom of it. I've had some friends that were in some deep holes, but I've never seen darkness like this. What is darker than a void? Because that's what this is. What Brandon has to realize is nobody's gonna save you, bro. You gotta want better for yourself. If anything, because you notice this a lot on his channel, is he puts something super negative, it gets a whole bunch of likes in the comment section when he just self-deprecates and he shits on himself. It gets a whole bunch of likes. The moment you start wanting more for yourself and you start doing better, those people that like what you're doing now are probably gonna hate on you.
So, and this is the thing, and I know ContraPoints actually made a point about this, where people want negative reinforcement because they believe that is more genuine than the, I don't know, positive reinforcement that they get, which makes no fucking sense to me. Like, and I'm a fucking artist, and you know what? I will say this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna correct myself, because there are times where I'm just like, I don't like this piece of art. There are times when I'm just like, I'm just not happy with the direction this art is going in. But I never just want to take it and rip the shit up. No, it's just like, yeah, I'm just not happy with the way it looks at that time. And some of the shit that I've actually done with art, it, after a while, and I thought about it, and I just stepped back from it. I find that it's just like, wait, this is fucking awesome. It is like, it literally captured. It may not be as detailed as I wanted, but it literally captured the spirit of what I was trying to do. So, yeah, let's continue.
Because they are also in a hole themselves. So when I see stuff like this, I often wonder what's the end game. You guys don't know this about me. I have no problem spoiling like video games, movies, and books for myself, because I feel it's less about the ending and more about the journey. So I have no problem watching the end of something and then going and playing through it myself. And this is one of those times in life, I wish I could just spoil myself from the ending, because I've only seen and known of this guy for maybe 3 years now. I found out about him when I was at my call center job. If he's really been doing this for 11 years, he has to hit the bottom eventually. And that's what I'm wondering is, when do you hit the bottom? You can't keep falling forever, bro. You just can't. I'm gonna be realistic here. I hope he's able to eventually turn his life around, but I don't think that will happen. I think he's destined to just do this until something gives. And I don't want to think that. I want to be optimistic, but if somebody sends you a love and supporting comment and they want you to do better for yourself, negativity. If somebody sends you negativity. How do you win with this guy? It's just really interesting to look at, but I would love to know your thoughts on this. This is my favorite part of the video. You know what I like to see yesterday? I like when I put that post up, man. About 400 of y'all voted on that post. I like to see that. Y'all gotta keep that up, man. Y'all gotta turn on those post notifications for your boy. Come on now.
All right, so we're not gonna watch him do his, damn, he got 30 grand subscribers. And I just gave him 2 views. But let's look at some other shit that I want to actually go over. Go to my watch later list. Not that one. Let's remove that one. I watched it earlier. Not that one. Sorry guys, I'm just going through my list of shit that I've actually watched. And let's search something else. Okay, so I just got an idea, and let's go to no. All right, cool. Oh my God. I guess this is one of the things. Okay. Okay. Oh fucking K. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. As somebody who is polyamorous, this is gonna be fucking awesome. I think I'm gonna be upset for this shit. Now, mind you, if you don't know how... Oh, God, that's just bad. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. I got to go take a piss right quick and just do a little bit of stretching. So, let's put this on. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I'm back. I had to go piss and, wanted to stretch a little bit. Because, I've been streaming, for about almost 2 hours now. So, follow me. But let's go over no bullshit. So, no bullshit is one of those right-wing reactionaries who, let's just say, isn't the most intelligent nor the most is fucking... The motherfucker's a fat slob. And I know, pot calling the kettle black, I fucking know. I know. Trust me, I fucking know. But oh my God, he is just that much of a just garbage ass human being. But he still is a human being, so he has some inherent value, not more than anyone else, but not less than anyone else. But he's a garbage human being. And I've done videos about him in the past, but he's just so fucking, oh God, he's just so, like, it's just distasteful watching this motherfucker. But let's look into him.
Hello and welcome back to No Bullshit. Today we return to talking about how leftists are trying to destroy everything good, decent, right, and traditional in this world by constantly promoting and normalizing their degenerate lifestyles.
Okay. So what's degenerate about leftists? What are they trying to normalize? Polyamory, which actually is in the fucking Bible. All three of the patriarchs of the Abrahamic religion had multiple wives. And also, if they didn't have multiple wives, they still were allowed to sleep with their wives' handmaidens. This shit is in the Bible. Like, literally, it's in the Bible. But that's not degenerate because reasons. Because we know why it's not degenerate, because it wasn't just the men that can have multiple partners. It's now women. And that's got to be the stupidest fucking thing. The stupidest fucking thing that a lot of people are upset about. What is it? You scared that she may find something? Like, fuck. I really think that they're scared of their own prowess. So the women may find somebody who is better than them and would eventually leave them. That says nothing about, like, if men have that fucking fear, like, then why is it that men cheat? Like, are you cheating to have a better sexual partner than your longtime wife or girlfriend, and you're always conducting interviews? No. You just probably want sex. And I'm getting ahead of the time. Like, you guys see me, like, I'm just now checking this video out. But let's continue.
This time it's monogamous relationships that are coming under fire. You know, when you start dating someone you like and decide to become exclusive with them, becoming boyfriend and girlfriend. And God willing, one day you might get married sometime too, committing to each other for the rest of your lives if things go well. Well, these ideas used to be normal and cool and even quite romantic, but
it was never fucking normal. God, and that's the shitty part about it. It was the only reason why people didn't have multiple wives is that they couldn't take care of multiple wives during the dark ages of shit. But prostitution never went away. Brothels never went away. Fuck. Like, having more than one spouse never truly went away. It went away in America. It went away for what? A century at the most? Openly? But motherfuckers had been, like, there's a reason why it's a joke about the milkman. This shit doesn't make fucking sense when you see these people that claim all of this shit. Because they act as if they don't know better. Humans are semi-monogamous creatures. Meaning that in a lot of cases, it can go either way. But I know what your fear is. Your fear that you're being cucked. You fear that you're going to be taking care of some other man's baby. That's what your fucking problem is. Well, tell you what, motherfucker. I'm getting angry. I'm sorry. I know I'm getting angry. Here's the thing. Keep acting like you expect women to be pure and only touch you, you won't have to worry about taking care of another man's baby or your own. But let's continue.
Now, in a world run by left-wing liberal propaganda pushers, even exclusive relationships aren't safe anymore. And in addition, there's also a special Christmas twist being put on this story too, in a weird way we're about to get into. Basically, as the title of this video states, leftists are now giving their partners permission to cheat on them as Christmas gifts. Yes, they're allowing their boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, or wives to have affairs. And what's
It's not cheating if it's fucking permission. Like, I'm just gonna say that it's not cheating if it's permission. Let's be honest. It's not cheating if it's permission. Secondly, why does it matter if you're not part of that relationship? I'm just throwing it out there. Why does it matter? See, a motherfucker like no bullshit would probably be real DTF, down the fuck, if a woman came to him and said, my boyfriend said I can cheat for a Christmas present. He probably wouldn't turn her down. And that's the hypocrisy with a lot of these people. They don't want to turn people down when it's something that benefits them, but when it benefits other people, no, we can't have it like that. That's bad. That's bad. But let's continue.
some are calling a cheat pass now, or what was once jokingly called a hall pass in a fictional comedy film with the same title in 2011. And
the thing about it is, it was a thing way before the 2011 movie. It just became popularized. Like, literally, there were swingers parties in the 50s and 60s. There's a reason why there were fishbowl parties. There was a fucking reason. But, like, why is it that this motherfucker doesn't know that shit? Like, for real, you don't know. You don't know. But let's continue. Don't tell me I forgot to bring... Oh, I brought water. Alright, cool.
well, that fantasy has apparently become a reality for some wannabe trendy liberals out there. Perhaps you could maybe find one or two conservatives practicing something like this, but let's be real. It's only the unscrupulous left-wingers who would want to come up with this kind of degeneracy. Let alone...
That sounds... like... It sounds like he was choking while he was trying to come up with that bullshit. Like... Let's go back to the most recent case of hypocrisy when it comes to sexual impropriety. Did you guys know that while they were trying to impeach Bill Clinton for having an affair, everybody else was fucking? Newt Gingrich was cheating on his second wife. His second wife with his third. By the way, the second wife who was sick with cancer. Fuck, around that time, Jesse Jackson was getting it in. Because he had a daughter that was born around and conceived around that time. That they were fucking prosecuting Bill Clinton. Now, I'm not saying that it's... I don't want to say it's a two quoque fantasies, whataboutism fallacy that is happening. But it really is just like, you got caught, so you have the stigma. And what the fuck am I gaining corruption from? Something. Oh, that's a lot of fucking meat. Just like this is a lot. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. But let's continue. And by the way, I'm going to ask everybody, hit that follow button. Help me get 50 followers on Twitch. Help me get 200 followers on Facebook gaming page, and help me get 1,000 subscribers to YouTube. We're gonna do 500 first. We're gonna try to do 500, but let's continue.
alone would they want to promote it to the public and act like this is a good idea for everyone. Please, letting your partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband or wife cheat on you is a terrible idea, and only someone who doesn't really love their partner very much would even consider this. Basically,
2 tattoos, 1 red, no apology. The other says love is cursed by monogamy. I had to go back to real classic Kanye West because the shit that he's doing now is just fucking unbelievable. But why though? Like literally, why is it like this is that whole mindset of I need to be top of the fucking food chain mindset where if you're not being the shit that if I'm not top, then then I'm at the bottom. And for no bullshit, it may actually be a thing for him. But anyway, it's that whole like take it or leave it. I want it all or nothing. And generally, that's not how you people. And the fact is, you can have a loving relationship with somebody and not be completely sexually attracted to them. You can have a loving relationship with somebody and not be just intimately attached with somebody. That doesn't mean that you don't love them completely. That's that romanticism bullshit that should be like totally castrated, where my one true love, usually that's a sign of immaturity, that you have to have that love all to yourself. And I'm not saying that I'm welcoming everybody to be open or non-monogamous, but if you really are that person who says that the person that I'm with is mine, that shows. I think Cyclops said it best in X-Men, the first live movie. When Wolverine, when it was like when he met up with Wolverine, and he's like, if I have to tell you to stay away from my girl, then she's not my girl. And they finish a conversation, and he says, "Oh, by the way, stay away from my girl." That's the shit that, like, if you have to tell somebody that you have to love me exclusively and no one else, they're not yours. But let's continue.
in my opinion, if you're going to have sex with other people too, you're not really in a relationship with your partner in the first place. At least not a relationship that's important. And
why though? Like, for real? Like, I guess no threesomes for him, right? I guess that's the thing where he just won't take advantage of shit. Man, I can go for a good threesome. Never mind that. But I guess no threesomes for him, man. Even if it was the kind that he would come out ahead in. Huh? But yeah, like, for real. But let's continue.
Definitely not one that should be tied together through marriage. And this really shouldn't surprise us coming from leftists this year for a number of reasons. First of all, they've been attacking coupling relationships, marriage, and families for years now. And many...
Wait, I brought up fucking, goddamn, like, Bill Clinton. Quite literally, while Melania was pregnant, Trump literally was fucking a porn star. This is the party of family fucking values here, people. While your wife is pregnant, you're fucking a porn star. But, how's that making America great thing going, right? But let's continue.
Other similar intrusive and deviant ways too. For example, in addition to being against monogamy, the far left is also telling people not to have children anymore, even going so far as to promote the medical castration of men. Some women are even celebrating their men getting vasectomies by showering them in gifts afterwards. I guess.
But yet it's still, oh my god. Oh, like, for real, we're gonna do this. Okay. Since we're gonna fucking do this, these are usually women who have already had their children with their man. like, women who don't want more children, whose value is more than just being a baby making fucking factory. Like, for real, for real. Like, what's the problem in that long term relationship where their husbands gets a vasectomy and they don't have to worry about getting pregnant no more? Like, god damn. And I've shared this with a lot of fucking close friends and people who aren't close friends. Like, pregnancy is hard. So anything that we can alleviate from a woman being pregnant, that's fucking awesome. Now, if you want to have your own child and shit like that, more power to you. But you should not be tied up your worth in being a baby making factory. This shit just doesn't make sense. I like, your worth as a person is so much more than that women. If I have any women watching the stream, if I have anybody watching the stream, by the way, go ahead, if you're watching on Facebook or Twitch, hit that follow fucking button, or YouTube, hit that subscribe button. But no, seriously, in all seriousness, your value is more than just, do I get the sort of crumb out of this motherfucker? Come on. Yes. No. Your value is more than just being a baby making machine. And I'm sorry if you think that a woman is only thing is to make sure that your pleasure is looked after. That's not how this works. That's really not how this works. I get some food poisoning, but I at least my will tick itself back up, and I won't have to worry about being out of meat. But yeah, let's continue.
Yes, that's the least they could do since they got their partner to give up having children ever because of them. Regardless, I think you guys get the point. Social justice.
I got a vasectomy because of climate change. Now, mind you, he's not going to read the article. I can probably tell you that. He's not going to go through the article. But the whole fear, and I've heard a lot of people who are my age or younger actually say this. They don't want to bring children into a world and cause them more suffering. All because of their own ego. If you're bringing a child in this world just to make you feel like you are worth something as a human being, no matter what struggles, no matter what things that they are facing or problems that they are facing, if you're doing that just as a human being, and just to get your value as a human being, you're a shit person. Now, yes, there are people that want kids just to be able to say, I want to have a kid, I want to pass on what I know, my knowledge to the next generation. That's fine. But having a kid is a vanity project, it's something wrong with you. If it's a vanity for you to have a kid, it's something wrong with you. And as we've done with my channel on my playthrough of Horizon Zero Dawn, if you know the world is coming to a fucking end, why would you want to subject somebody to some shit like that? In a lot of cases, we are in dire straits from climate change. Why would you want to put somebody that you're responsible for through that shit? How narcissistic are you? But let's continue.
Justice warrior types like this love getting personal and into your relationship and family business. They're trying to bring down America, our values, and our traditional ways from the inside. So what better way to do it than to make us not have kids and encourage our partners to cheat on us as well? Lastly,
So you're afraid that someone is going to encourage you to have a vasectomy, and that your wife, girlfriend, is going to cheat on you. So, big shocker if you have a vasectomy, which is reversible in most cases, and your wife and girlfriend comes up pregnant, there's a strong chance that it's not your baby. So you won't have a problem of worried about being cucked. But let's continue.
before we get to the news story, I also covered this trend before too. Way back in 2016, BuzzFeed made a very cringy video where they tried to say that cheating was okay now and it should even be expected in current year relationships. Sure, maybe, if you're a woke liberal minority living and working in Los Angeles at BuzzFeed, maybe.
So, this is the craziest fucking thing that I've actually heard this motherfucker say. Because in reality, no one is saying that cheating is acceptable. No one has ever said that. No one's saying being dishonest is acceptable. What people have said is that holding people to a standard of a lifelong commitment where we've never been that, where life expectancy with people with that life expectancy was way lower than what it is now. Marriages used to end because women died in childbirth. That's the nature and the dark side of a lot of what's happening with marriages, because infant and mother and maternal mortality was affecting a lot of people. So yeah, of course you can be faithful to someone because they're only gonna live 10-15 years after you wed them, if that long. Of course you can be faithful to them. But motherfuckers like this, like no bullshit, never understood what that true concept of marriage really was at that time. It was a fucking property transfer. But let's continue.
Maybe that's to be expected there and in those circles, but not really for the rest of us, because it really shouldn't be expected. And it's important to note this older video too, because not only does it show that this line of anti-relationship rhetoric dates back to at least 3 years ago, and probably earlier, since they had already had these millennials thinking this was okay back then, and now this appears to have moved forward into last year and this year too. Last year.
But his motherfucker, he is a millennial. Like, for real. This motherfucker is a millennial. He is a millennial. Like, I don't get that. Dude, you a motherfucking millennial. You are a millennial. There's no way around it. You are a fucking millennial. This shit affects you too. You can't be some special snowflake out there in the wilderness and saying, I'm not like this. But you are. Because you're a millennial. And I can't tell if it's just jealousy that no woman actually wants to be in a non-completely monogamous relationship with you because reasons. And yeah, I'm that asshole that's actually saying that. But I'm just saying, like, yeah. Let's continue.
Here was when I first saw this cheating for Christmas meme specifically. And back then it was being promoted by Twitter too, believe it or not. Here's Twitter promoting a tweet and news article from The Telegraph, which is titled, "Why Men Should Give Their Wives a Cheat Pass This Christmas."
Thank you for following for Escaban. I'm sorry if I mispronounced I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. I'm horrible with my name, so I do thank you for fucking following. So let's continue.
Christmas. Interesting how it's just the men who need to allow the women to cheat, right? The tweet.
Okay, so this is actually fucking like, just listening to this man is just like so ungodly, unbearable, because it's like, you really gonna do this? You really gonna make me say this, dog? Okay, so it's not saying that men have to allow their women to cheat, because if they want to cheat, they're gonna do it regardless. If she went and cheated and came back to you, what you gonna do? Kick her out? Fine, okay, cool. But that's not gonna stop her. That's just gonna make her deal with the consequence of actually cheating. Duh. The fuck? And he circles promoted as if they just didn't pay to have one of their arguments, one of their articles promoted, like right-wing fucking pundits do. And quite frankly, will you have it where, okay, Robin Hood, thank you, Robin Hood. When you have it where women, it's very difficult for women to actually attain orgasm through penetration. It's very rare, where the estimates are anywhere between 70 and 90%. If your only matrix is, I get off in sexual situations and my partner, oh well, fuck them. Well, I guess it would be, oh well, fuck them. You know what I mean? Oh well, their pleasure be damned. Of course, a lot of women are gonna feel sexually frustrated or feel sexually unfulfilled. God damn, it's just like, does he really not understand that? But let's continue.
Even says that monogamy is a tighter fit for women, whatever that means. I think it might be a justification, actually, since...
Okay, this is why he's stupid. Oh my God. I'm more immature than that, and I realize what the joke is about that fucking phrase. Monogamy may be a tighter fit for women. It's a sexual innuendo, dog. That's what it is. It's making a joke that women have vaginas, and it's saying tight fit because vaginas. I know that they're all mystical to you, and you may not have really even saw one before, besides, somebody being extremely inebriated and then pitying you in some kind of way. But it's a joke. You dumb motherfucking idiot. But let's continue.
In a lot of cases, it's way easier for a girl to cheat, especially if she's at least somewhat good looking. And that's because girls often get offered male interest, dates, and romance on a daily...
Oh God, no. So his whole idea is that it's easier for women to cheat because men have no standards. Like, literally, I find that shit offensive as shit, because it's not saying that women are more likely to cheat because they have some deviancy where they are just more deceptive. No, women cheat because men would fuck anything. Like, and these motherfuckers who actually just in some inherent way hate women, I don't fucking get it. But yet you complain about women not giving you the attention that you want. Like, for real. Like, what the fuck is your problem? But let me continue.
Basis. While men have to be more active and they're the ones who have to do the groundwork to get it. Going out and finding female partners is more of a task for men. We're the ones who have to work for it, while women can just sit back and pick and choose who comes after them. But just
I'm hearing incel. I'm hearing incel. Every time he talks, let's just hear incel, incel, incel. Okay. Okay, we're doing this. We're doing this because I'm talking about it. I mean, it doesn't take work, really, to be yourself and to have somebody who's interested in you. What takes work is working on yourself. That's what takes work, because here's the thing. If you're yourself and you tend to gravitate towards people, or in his case, women that like you for you, it's not going to take work, motherfucker. It's not. It's not. It just doesn't take work whatsoever. Yes, you may have to moderate who you are, but that's just a part of fucking life. No one is saying be fake. People are just saying don't be a shitbag and don't expect people to bow down to you just because reasons. But of course, he doesn't understand that. How do you not get the joke that monogamy may be a tighter fit for women? Like, how do you not do that? I'm rambling, but let's continue.
just because women have a more passive role in relationships doesn't mean monogamy is a tighter fit, as they say.
They don't have a more passive role in relationships. Oh my God, like, this is coming from the dude who thinks women are just hot. Women are just hot. They're just hot. They're just hot. They're like, no, they are expected to maintain a specific standard of beauty, and just like the chick from Gone Girl says, you're supposed to smile and be demure and be very willing to open her mouth to be screwed by her husband just because of reasons. Dude, what planet are you living on? This is how I know that it shows that he had a girlfriend, but I think she was a paid actor. But let's continue. Paid actor. Paid actress. But let's continue.
Even be harder for them to say no all the time, but if you really love your partner...
Wait, what? It may be harder for them to say no? Women aren't men. They don't have this. And even men aren't what he's describing. Men have standards. Oh my God. Let's continue.
You just do that anyway. Just because you get tempted all the time, maybe, doesn't mean you should be allowed to cheat annually at all, which seems to be the implication here. Because also, letting your wife cheat last year appears to not be enough for this Telegraph article and the liberals behind it, since right here, they decided to tweet that story again in 2019, a few weeks ago, implying that those same husbands should let their wives cheat again. Talk about a beta move, and talk...
First of all, to be honest with you, the alphas aren't the biggest and strongest. This is the whole misconception of the whole thing of evolution too. It's not survival of the strongest. It's survival of the fittest of their environment. Secondly, let's just go out there and put it out there. Like, if your wife is out there fucking someone, let me put this in terms of where no bullshitter can understand. If your wife is out there fucking someone, that means it gives you time to go out there and fuck somebody else. Because while she's busy, you can be doing somebody else. Like, for real. Like, let's actually just put all the cards on the table. It's a win-win situation. The only time you don't win is if you can't get somebody else to pity fuck you. Which I kind of... Like, it goes with my problem with incels. Like, women would have sex with you, give you that one time in order for you to fuck up. But you fuck up when you start opening your mouth talking about stupid shit. And I don't mean like anime shit. I don't mean like nerd shit. I mean like, you should do what I fucking say because reason shit. Like, seriously. I have literally taken women on dates to comic book movies. I've literally sat back and watched anime with a woman who's never watched anime. It's, if they like you, they'll find an interest in you. Hell, I know women who would watch motherfucking damn it, I did not need to do that. Would go to and watch fucking porn with you, tentacle porn, because they like this shit too. Like, for real. Like, let's really have that discussion. It is not an issue where, like, I don't get why people just believe that, like, especially these people. What pisses them off is that you can't do it because you're a woman. That's what pisses them off. That's what makes them mad. That's what says that's what turns great, wonderful, inviting lady bits to dried up deserts. Because if somebody did that shit to you, you would have a motherfucking fit. Just saying, like, you know. Let's continue.
Talk about some more bullshit here too. This is clearly a major publication repeatedly pushing degenerate values. And
you know, it couldn't be something as simple as we had an article last year or 2 years ago, and instead of actually, you know, taking the time and writing a whole new article, let's just be lazy and re-promote some shit that we've already had money for, we've already spent the money for. Let's promote it just a little bit more. Let's promote less money for an article that we already paid the writer for. It couldn't be that. It's no, they're trying to destroy Western civilization by getting men to allow their girlfriends and wives to cheat. It couldn't be the simple explanation. It couldn't be the explanation that takes the least of amount of what ifs or exceptions. It couldn't be Haplin's razor that maybe we already paid for this article and we can just promote the shit again and save money that way. But no, we're trying to cause the destruction of Western civilization to make sure that nobody is born, and that, you know, we want to promote a lie of climate change, so this helps promote the lie for some ungodly reason. Ungodly reason. Anyway, let's go.
and trying to normalize them for the public. And I can't stand how anti-male this is too. I mean, why can't they let the guys have cheat passes here too? Not that I would ever want one. I love my wife and my family is great, but it just seems fair if you're going to do it, right? But
somebody, oh God, he is married. Somebody married him? Like, what the fuck? Was it an arranged marriage? Was it like Stephanie McMahon and Triple H? Like, was she passed out drunk and he took her through like a drive-through? Like, somebody married him? Is she into like diaper play fetishes and shit and taking care of a stupid grown man? Like, is that what it is? because he is stupid. Like he's fucking stupid. That's not an act. Like that's not a fucking act. But I don't like. Is you real? Like for real? This isn't, and this is why I have flashes of INCEL. Like, I'm sure if I was to go and read that article, which I'm not gonna do, I'm fucking gaming. But it would say that couples who may actually, have somewhat of an open relationship may actually just have a better time with relationships. I don't know. That just seems like that's how that would be. Like, oh my God, he would probably flip his shit at that Black Mirror episode with Anthony Mackie. He would probably flip his shit with that. Like he would like, see, this is what I'm talking about. He became feminized by playing video games and allowed his wife to go. Like he would probably lose his collective shit. But let's continue.
As we've seen, when it comes to left-wing talking points, things are often not very fair, and things are almost always weird and unbecoming and untraditional, and let's not forget, it's often done with an anti-male, sexist kind of angle to it. Like, I know liberals love sucking the testosterone out of their beta men and husbands, and they want to push for the vasectomies and taking away all of their manhood they can, but to then also ask that it's okay for their wives to cheat on them, I mean, that seems a bit much, but it should.
Trust me, if somebody is sucking the testosterone out of a male, that's a fucking good thing. Well, it depends on how they're doing it. The quickest way, well, I'm a fucking fool. I know. I'm sorry. Like, I'm trying to calm down my libido because the last couple of days, or a couple of weeks, it's been raging. But that's a different story. Hello, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. By the way, if you can actually help me out by selecting that subscribe, that follow button, it'll help me out tremendously. And thank you for everybody who has already done it. But let's continue.
Shouldn't be too surprising either, since we have seen some similar things over the years too. For example, we've seen and covered a few open relationship-like videos that are similar to this concept over the years too. In fact, earlier this year, about 6 months ago, we goofed on a BuzzFeed video once again, which was, once again, pushing weird relationship stuff. This time it was a couple who was giving open relationships a try. Polyamory is what they sometimes call it, and watching that video was difficult and awkward to say the least.
Oh, I'm going. So BuzzFeed pushes open relationship. Yes, I'm gonna. This is gonna be a no bullshit. Like, I didn't want to do manosphere videos today, but I guess I'm doing manosphere videos today. Oh my God. This is what I do when I have days off, guys, and I want to fucking stream. This is what I do. I promise you I was going to actually stream earlier, but yeah, no. Let's go down this rabbit hole, but let's continue.
There was another video like that on Facebook or something too. I can't quite find it or recall the name, but basically it was some weird girl with 2 boyfriends or something. That was a few years back as well, and specifics don't really matter here too much. I just want you to get the point and the underlying theme here. Relationships and monogamy are under attack.
Notice he never brings up an example of a man with having 2 women or 2 wives or 2 girlfriends. He never brings this up to act as if it's not happening. And yes, I would assure you that the shit is happening. I would assure you. Like, dude, like, it's like, for the guys that have multiple girlfriends, or the guys that while their wife is out cheating, which it wouldn't be cheating at that point, it'd just be acknowledgement of a non-monogamous relationship. Why isn't he bringing up that gives an opportunity for a man to have a non-monogamous relationship? I know he doesn't actually believe that men are only purely monogamous. I know he doesn't believe that. He can't believe that. He cannot actually fix his fucking mouth to say that shit and be 100% honest. Unless he's only pulling from his own experiences. I think he may be pulling from his own experiences. But let's continue. And I'm going to do that video. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that video. But let's continue.
Clearly. And the way they're trying to sneak in this degenerate rhetoric at Christmas time is particularly worrying. And it's not just the Telegraph and their cheat pass for wives suggestion that's trying to ruin Christmas this year either. Another interesting trend has...
Wait, it went from non-monogamous relationship to ruin Christmas. Like, this catastrophe thinking is fucking amazing. Like, dude, did you grow up in the shelter from blasts from the past? For real? Is that what this is? Are you Brandon Fraser from Blast from the Past? For real? For real. Let's continue.
Has sprung up around this topic, and you're never going to believe where this goes next. Next, we got 2 articles from 2 different British papers talking about an older woman who lets her partner cheat for Christmas, and in exchange, she gets guilt presents in return. Sounds basically like she's letting her partner pay to cheat in a way, and that's really nothing new. I mean, rich men have bought forgiveness from their wives for cheating for generations.
So you acknowledge that men cheat to do the same shit, but no, he's an unwilling participant in this whole, I don't know, situation because he should be cheating. I'm at a loss. I'm confused. Like, but he should be cheating because she's benefiting from his cheating. I'm confused. I'm literally at a loss because it's almost as if you're saying that it's bad when a woman cheats, but when a man cheats, he's forced into it by his wife. I don't know. Let's continue.
I guess this one's a little different since it's being formally set up as a trade for gifts, but that almost sounds worse to me too. Like the wife is being treated like some kind of escort you could just buy off. In addition, of course, this is coming from Britain, one of the worst and most liberal and progressive places in the world right now.
No, the fuck is not. Johnson just got elected. It's not. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Boris Johnson, which is the British Donald Trump, just got elected. For God's sakes, they voted for fucking Brexit. Which was based primarily on fucking racism and xenophobia. That's what Brexit was. That's what it was based on. And for you to actually act as if I don't know. I don't know where he came up with this shit. But let's continue.
Now, they're always coming up with...
Fuck! They're super conservative. England still has a fucking royal family. Well, let's continue.
Bogus SJW influenced ideas like this too. So let's go ahead and read into this article from The Sun anyway and see where this thing goes. It might sound like a...
The Sun is a motherfucking Murdoch property. Oh my God. It's a Rudolph Murdoch property, like, you know, Fox News.
A bonkers and dangerous approach to festive season, but one author suggested giving partners a hall pass to cheat at Christmas. Writer Dr. Wednesday Martin, who is based in New York, said on ITV's This Morning that couples should consider consensual non-monogamy last December, saying that people are likely to become bored of having sex with the same partner.
Only somebody who doesn't strive to please their partner, that only cares about their own pleasure, would not understand how sex gets boring with the same partner all the time. And some people And it's not to say that some people can't do monogamy. It's just that if you are somebody who is truly into pleasing your partner, you realize sometimes you can't please them the way that they want to be pleased, or in a different novel way, because fucking humans is a thing. Humans are a fucking thing. But the fact that you're being this fucking idiot, like, and then it says consensual non-monogamy. And I'm just going to actually put this right here. I'm going to say this right here. He act as if they're fucking at the Christmas table. They're bringing their extramarital boyfriends or girlfriends home while they're to have Christmas dinner and shit. Like, this is how he is fucking acting. And it's fucking unbelievable that he would actually think this way. But let's continue.
Only if your partner's boring. Vanessa Feltz, who appeared with her, described Martin's idea to let your other half cheat as catastrophically bad, and viewers were quick to take her side, as they should. But one woman, English teacher Maria Louise Warren, 61, from Bovey Tracy, Devon, who has been in a relationship with Greg for the past 10 years, says she's fine with this unorthodox philosophy. Here she tells Fabulous Digital why she lets her partner stray during the festive season. As much as I look forward to that, let's pause and discuss here before moving on. First thing that comes to mind about what's wrong here is this seems to be presented as a possible suggestion for normal people to try, but it's really...
First, there is no fucking normal people. I'm sorry, everybody who believes that they're normal. You're in an acceptable range of what people find acceptable in society, but there are no fucking normal people. Secondly, if she's 61 and she had a partner of 10 years, chances are it's not necessarily about sex at that point. It seems as if, like, she has lived her life and she's experienced things, which I doubt no bullshit has. It's almost as if she's learned from her experiences of what's important and what's not important. Oh, but you know, we got to make sure that man who's fucking a 61-year-old is able to get her pregnant, right?
really not a good idea to follow relationship advice from an example of a 61-year-old woman who's been with their partner for only 10 years. Sure, that's a long time, but that means they got together when she was already 50. Surely she had some other failed relationships and maybe even failed marriages before that. And since the average person is in a long-term monogamous relationship or marriage and we're also much younger, this cheap pass for Christmas stuff doesn't really apply to us. Sure.
So, and he keeps referring to it as a cheap pass. He's just poisoning the well. He is. And not only that, dude, you just fucking put this illness that she's had to have some failed marriages or some failed relationships. Maybe she was with somebody that fucking died. Yo, cruel, heartless, incompassionate, inconsiderate ass. Oh, she must have been a slut, so that's why her relationships fail. See, I can do that. You must be stupid and you can't please your wife. That's why you're scared of this shit. And you're scared that she may find somebody else who fucks better than you. I can do it. See how that works? But let's continue.
If you're in your 60s and on your third marriage like this lady here, maybe you could consider it, but if you're younger and, say, 2 years into a successful marriage like me, then it's not even an option. Next, it's worth...
2 years into a successful marriage, and there's the fucking rub. This motherfucker has not lived. He hasn't. You're actually just here in that 2 years, and oh my god, he, like, dude, like, I thought after you know, relieve yourself of the stress that comes with not getting sex, you're smarter. This is why people who don't masturbate, like, I'm like, dude, bring up some IQ, get that nut out, stop letting those hormones cloud your head. You may be able to think better, but I digress. It's fucking awesome. Anyway, but like, you actually just hear this man is just like, he's trying to do everything, like that's telling. He's trying to do everything he can to hold on to this sense of self that he's good. 2 years of a successful marriage. Talk to me when you hit 5 years of a successful marriage. 10. But let's continue.
Mentioning that this cheat pass for Christmas story first came up last year too, and it's being represented as a new idea this year as well. Same thing happened with that Telegraph story as we talked about earlier, and I think this similarity is interesting to note. It means not only are these websites doubling down with this bullshit, they're also not listening to the people, and they're trying to shove this down our throats despite us all rejecting it repeatedly over and over again. Besides,
if you have to have it shoved down your throats, it's being done to you wrong. You're supposed to relax your jaw muscles, relax your throat muscles, and get it slid down there. Oh, sorry. Yeah. 14-year-old boy humor, yo. But dude, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. I think his fear is that his wife of 2 years may want to do it. And if she may want to do it, she may find somebody better than him. And if she finds somebody better than him, then he may get cucked. Come on now. All right, cool. But let's continue.
Besides a few wild and loyal leftists who go along with this nonsense at all times, most others like us had terrible reactions to this cheating for Christmas stuff last year, just like how we are now. So despite people replying and tweeting and making responses and saying they don't want this meme to take off, the liberal-run mainstream media outlets are still doubling down and re-upping on this anyway, and trying to ruin relationships and Christmas once again. It's an itch that needs to be scratched. At the start of December, we went away for the weekend. The hotel receptionist was making eyes at my other half. He asked if he could invite her for a drink. I knew what would happen. On that occasion, I left them to it. People might think I'm mad, but I don't mind my other half being unfaithful at Christmas. I'd also rather know than be made a fool of. Unfortunately, you're still being made a fool of, though. Knowing doesn't not make you a fool.
Oh, somebody cheated on him. Oh, poor baby. Somebody cheated on him. Aw. Somebody hurt his little feelings. That's what it is. This is project. Like, literally, he is wearing a movie screen because of all of the fucking projection. But let's continue.
A year into our relationship, my partner made it crystal clear to me that fidelity was a meaningless concept to him. According to Greg, sex is just an act. It is an itch that needs to be scratched. Since we've been seeing each other, he has slept with 4 other women. It is usually around Christmas when he gets the urge to play the field. At first I was shocked and upset, but then I got a grip. Well, sounds like your partner was laying groundwork to eventually justify cheating on you ever since the beginning. And this again.
So, I have a problem with was actually stated in this particular the way it's actually described. So, yeah, I don't like that he waited a whole year into the relationship. This is some shit you tell somebody up front. You give them an opportunity to be honest with you. Unless they weren't actually engaging in, relationship shit. That's something that's a dick move. All pun intended. To wait a year. I've actually been open and honest with the women that I've actually dated after my ex and I ended our relationship, and I've told them up front, and I find that a lot more people are open to it, even if they're not the ones who would partake in it. They have been more open to it, and it's just one of those things where you can be that asshole and not actually have a conversation, which I think is completely wrong, and you should never actually never just force somebody to accept how you are, who you love, or how you love, or your love language, or your love behaviors. That was a dick move. She had every right to be upset that he waited a year after they were together to tell her that shit. And I wouldn't be mad at her if she got upset about that. But let's continue.
Again, isn't sounding like a normal, traditional relationship that anyone else should be looking up to, especially not younger, average, normal relationship having people. Not only is this couple in the story really old, they're also really sex positive and lacking any sort of need for real commitment to each other. They're not married, they're older, they don't have kids together, or much of anything else tying them together. So sure, the dude sleeps with someone else once in a while because it's not that big a deal.
Just because you don't have kids with someone doesn't mean the relationship doesn't mean anything. And that's something that we have to get away from as a society. To think that, well, we don't have kids, so the relationship doesn't have a value. And that's horrible to me, because what if you're a person that can't have kids? What does that say about any relationship that you engage in? That literally discounts everything that you do as far as relationship goes, because kids can't be produced, and oh fucking well. It's disgusting because it devaluates people. But let's continue.
Doesn't even sound super terrible in theory here, but when it's presented in this way and promoted in the media as something we should all be considering and a decision worth looking up to, well, that's when this bullshit has gone too far. In the end, there was even a video made about this story last year too, which is linked in this recent article. They discussed this topic on the This Morning Show, a morning show in Great Britain, and I have to say, I still feel exactly the same way here. Even though this doctor lady desperately tries to say women have a tougher time with monogamous relationships, I don't think that really matters. Could go either way too, could be harder for men or women depending, and really, the real point is, everyone might get tempted to cheat at some time, but people who are really in love and are staying loyal and want to have a relationship and a family together, they aren't going to go along with this cheating stuff at all, and thankfully...
Again, you idiot, it's not fucking cheating if it is a conversation that you're having before it happens. And again, this is like, just sounds as if he's actually went through some shit where somebody cheated on him. Or he felt like they cheated on him because he thought that was his girl, and she was like, nah, motherfucker, we just fucking. And she treated him like the loser that he is. Loser. But let's continue.
Hopefully this video was...
Another fucking ad?
Getting lots of downvotes and probably many negative comments too. And that's why This Morning decided to close the comment section and try and pretend this never happened to them. But despite this premise failing a year ago, other leftists and the mainstream media and Democrats, they're bringing this shit back up because clearly they're for it and they want...
So, this is the shit that kind of just... I'm like, no, you fucking idiot. It's not just leftists that does this shit. There are Republicans that are doing the shit too. There are conservatives that are doing the shit too. As I mentioned before, most of the patriarchs, not most, all of the patriarchs in the Abrahamic religion, they had multiple wives. But you don't see there's a problem with that because, at least you know whose kid. If you're fucking every woman that you want to, and your wife isn't fucking anybody but you know at least who kid it is. And that's what it's boiling down to. It's just like, it's just some weird ass fear of being cucked that these motherfuckers are falling for. And it's just so fucking sad, like, for real. It's so fucking sad. But let's continue.
want more of us to cheat like them too, or to try and give our partners a cheat pass at Christmas as well, which is definitely going to cause some trouble. This also reminds me of that Congresswoman Katie Hill who had to resign because she was having weird relationships with her subordinate workers. In fact, I think she tried to claim they were in an open relationship or polyamorous back then too.
So you gonna throw somebody completely under the bus with the incorrect facts. Completely under the fucking bus. You piece of shit motherfucker. Like, literally, it was a situation where Katie Hill, her soon-to-be ex-husband took photos that she didn't even know that she was taking, because they had a fucking threesome with a campaign staffer that they were already friends with. But that's okay. You're not going to condemn him because it was literally for his pleasure. Let's not sugarcoat the shit. He didn't necessarily find a problem with the fact that she wanted to introduce a woman into their relationship. But it's a fucking problem because she did something wrong. The fuck out of here. I need $1,000 because I need to go travel. I need to build so much of that shit. So, alright, so how many do I have? 30. I'm just trying to build up some. I need to build another Mac room. And I'm going to put that motherfucker in that little cabin that I have up north. But let's continue.
It just goes to show this goes throughout all of liberal circles, including the people in the media and the politicians. What do you guys think? Are you more mad about them trying to ruin relationships here or trying to ruin our Christmas? Gosh darn it, can't they leave the holidays alone? They just attacked Halloween and Thanksgiving and even Columbus Day, but now they have to go after Christmas?
They're not fucking at the Christmas table. I'm sorry. They're not, that's not what's happening, dog. And they're not talking about doing it on Christmas Day. They're talking about probably doing it after Christmas Day. What it is, BuzzFeed's pushing them. Yeah, we're going to actually go to that video. Give me 1 second, guys. I do want to take this time to actually throw this out. And if you actually look at the top of the screen, you would actually see that I have a goal that I'm trying to actually get to the Indiana Comic-Con convention. And in the next 30 days, I'm trying to have funding for it. So if you can, please, guys, I'm going to throw these links in the chat. And I'm going to ask that if you can, just go ahead and just take a look at those links that I'm throwing in the chat for me, please, and help support me try to get to those comic book convention where I can actually sell some of my artwork. And if you'd like to actually take a look at the art I have, you can actually go to my DeviantArt page at Crimson60620. Or my Etsy store where I'm selling the already printed out shit. And I'm just looking for that link. I'm sorry, guys. Why isn't CloudBot working for? It should be working for everything, but it's the fact that it's not working. Commands. And oh, that's what it is. Okay, that's what it is. Sorry about that, guys. That should actually bring it up. It's not bringing it up? God damn it. And then the Facebook chat isn't connected. Fuck me. Alright, let's see if we can get Facebook chat up. Yeah. History, go back, right back to it. It's not a chat, it's a fucking command. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. It's a timer. Let me see if I can edit that shit. All right, cool. By the way, if you haven't did this, just let you know. Watch this. Watch this. I am putting it where in my stream you can actually gamble. And it should work. Oh, it's not working for Facebook. Oh, not Facebook. It's not working for YouTube. Why isn't the chat not working for YouTube? Son of a gun. That's why it's not working. That's why. Let's do settings. Yeah, I know, guys. I need to take a break from this stupidity from what he was doing, and I need to make sure this shit is actually cooking. So the chat is having an issue. Let's see if my Facebook page is actually on. Oh, I'm on Facebook. Oh my god. My YouTube page is actually on. Just bring this shit up. Ooh, look, Jill left a chat. Yay. I swear to God, man, like, Jill, you are my Sandre. For real, you are really my Sandre. Because it must feel so good to hate me. Hate me hard. Hate me hard, Jill. Jill, hate me hard. Yes! Hate me fucking hard. Hate me till it hurts. Hurt me, Jill. Yeah, people are gonna. Well, I know one thing. I don't have the popularity to be damaged by that. To be damaged by that. that quote if it got clipped. All right. Come on. All right, so we're going to close this window out. And we're going to bring this up over here. All right, great. I'm going to skip this ad. I'm going to actually let that go. All right, great. Yay. Oh well, if it's not working, it's not working. So I think what happened was after the stream crashed, it caused this issue, but you know, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So let's get to the next no bullshit video. You know, he fixed the criticism what people were talking about that he was only doing 10 minutes and 9-second videos, and now he does at least 13 minutes. Like the last video and this video has been that long. But yeah. Yeah. That's actually fucking interesting. All right, so all right, let's go.
Hello and welcome back to No Bullshit. Today we return to looking at some classic BuzzFeed videos. They loved.
Okay, so we're going back and watching this video that he mentioned before. Let's continue.
Sprinkle in politics and political messages once in a while, and today I want to share with you a pretty disturbing trend I've seen on their sites. I recently noticed that, going back, BuzzFeed kinda pushes open relationships and polyamory pretty often. Basically, it's degenerate leftist smut that says you could sleep around on your partner. In fact,
no, polyamory is not sleeping around on your partner. It's an understanding that monogamy for some people doesn't always work. Duh. Oh, he's got the nipple. I forgot this is the nipple tassels. Yeah, let's continue.
we even covered a video like this from BuzzFeed before. All the way back in November 2016, I did a video called BuzzFeed Saying Cheating is Okay is Bullshit. It's gotten over 300,000 views too, not too shabby. Link below if you want to catch up, but basically, BuzzFeed gets a group of 5 or 6 woke millennials to talk about cheating. By the end of it, I think almost everyone in the room had cheated before too. And the one on the left was even advocating for cheating at one point, claiming it's supposedly inevitable. Yeah, well, it's inevitable if you're a gross cheater who can't keep it in their pants. And
see, for real, like legit, it is hard not to cheat. It is fucking hard not to cheat, especially if people are willingly giving you indications or signs that they want your meat. It's fucking hard not to cheat. But I know No Bullshit doesn't have this problem. Of course he doesn't have this problem because it's No Bullshit. Like, him worrying about somebody wanting to screw him. What the fuck? No, he doesn't have to worry about that at all. His wife is a very lucky woman. I'm sorry. I can't even finish that shit out. Oh, God. His wife is a very lucky woman. Ooh. But let's continue.
Today we've got 2 additional pro-cheating, pro-promiscuity videos from BuzzFeed. To start things off, let's look at a pretty interesting one called Couple Tries an Open Relationship for a Month. Sounds like a pretty bad idea to me, but let's go ahead and check it out anyway.
I realize that I don't want to put all my emotional baggage, whatever, onto you. If I spark with someone, I want to be able to pursue that without feeling guilty. Trusting you to like go out and be intimate with somebody else and still want to come back feels like a deeper level of intimacy.
Sounds like this chick is ready to spark with someone. She's gonna be sparking every night, baby.
So this is, you can actually hear the breaking of his fucking fear right here, because he literally is acting as if part of it was that the woman actually said that, you know, I have a fear that her husband is going to go out and find somebody else and leave her in the dust. That's part of the fear that she just said. But no, he went and focused on her as if he's not going to be going out there and trying to find somebody to spark with himself. But let's continue.
Oh yeah, that's why this guy, her boyfriend, has such a blank and lifeless look on his face. That's not a 1,000-yard stare. That's a 1,000 balls stare. His girlfriend is about to bounce on some of those while riding on the cock carousel. And thanks to BuzzFeed, we're all going to be here to watch it too. Yippee.
So, and this is the shit that I'm talking about. This incel mindset of the fact that, oh, his wife, his girlfriend, is just gonna be leaving him at home to just be alone, and she's gonna get all of the penis that she can handle, and he's gonna be at home lonely and crying and upset because she's gonna be getting all that penis. She's gonna be getting all of that penis. The 1,000, like, what did he say? The 1,000 ball stare? Like, oh my God. I will tell you this right now. Yes, he is probably fearful as shit about what's going on with this situation, but he's thinking like, I'm going to get some pooty, I'm going to get some pooty, and she's going to be okay with it. That's what he's thinking right now. I can almost certainly, if they're both going to explore it, he's thinking, I'm going to get some pootang. That's all. I'm going to get some strange pootang. That's what he's thinking. But no, this. Let's continue.
B.
Use protection. You've kind of said like don't fall in love, but I'm not sure if that's a ground rule.
I know, right? You can't stop that.
I think we need to tell each other every time we go on a date. It shouldn't conflict with our own dating.
Oh yeah.
We have a date
Monday night. Like, what if you find someone you want to date?
Okay, I can't stress enough how different the looks on their faces are here.
He said use protection, like for real, like that's a problem. Like the look on their faces, like, dude, it's just like these are the ground rules. And you hear the shit that he's concerned about versus what she's concerned about. And that's fucking telling. He's concerned about just don't bring some shit home. Baby or otherwise. She's like, don't give your heart to someone else. Don't leave me. Don't forget me. That's what the two differences are concerned in. He's actually broken down to a mathematical calculation. It's like, I can have this one, and make sure I'm not interfering with the shit at home, because maybe if I do it shit right, maybe we can keep up this shit. But, you know, no bullshit doesn't see this shit.
Here. The chick is all smiling and happy to try it. She thinks it's gonna be fun. It was very likely her idea too, because, I mean, come on, look at this guy's mug. He's falling apart here. This guy is devastated. He's crushed. He's even trying to lay down ground rules now to help save face. Don't fall in love, honey. Use condoms. And don't take it in the face too much, Leanne, please.
Because, you know, we're thinking about marriage, even, and forever is a long time.
Do you think this is going to improve our relationship or tear us apart?
No, improve.
He just smiled about the shit. Like this motherfucker is he's on cloud nine. He's on fucking cloud nine. He is in a place where he's just like, I can't believe she's letting me do this shit. I can't believe she's letting me do this shit. Oh my God. I have to be cool because I don't want to seem like I'm too happy about the shit. But he still couldn't hold it together. He's laughing about the shit. And no bullshit, is just panicking like, oh my God, 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 oh my God. Like, dude, he's fucking loving this shit. But let's continue.
I hope.
Quote, opening up a relationship is never a good idea, obviously. It'll tear you apart. In most cases, this is just an excuse you make before you eventually break up. No one in a really happy and loving relationship would then try to open that relationship up to other people. Well, only in very rare, very specific cases maybe. But needless to say, this couple isn't quite there. They're not in a long married 40-year relationship where their partner lets them hook up with a hooker on their anniversary or something. No way.
Wait, hooked up with a hooker on their anniversary? Oh my God. You, like, no. Those things do not fucking compute. Like, for real, dog. Like, hook up with a hooker on their anniversary. Shit doesn't compute. Like, does not fucking compute. But what am I talking about? We're dealing with no bullshit. Let's continue.
Hey, this is a 1.5 year ship that is about to go off course before it even leaves the harbor.
All right, so I've been talking to somebody on OkCupid. I just don't know what to do now. It reminds me of middle school, like, where it's like you're just talking to strangers on AOL Instant Messenger.
JD is a little bit more excited to go on dates.
Yes, I gotta get out there. He's got a date for this weekend already, and I did feel like kind of a stab of jealousy.
Wow, things are not looking good for this girl already. Turns out her boy JD is a much hotter commodity on the Twitter online.
Okay, we're gonna do this. Here's the thing. It may not also be he may not be a hot commodity as well. He just may be having a little bit of beginner's luck. That may be the case. But so what? You haven't heard the full story of what's going on. All you see is this is the way it looks in the beginning. And I'm sorry, no bullshit. But not really sorry. Methinks that you just still don't understand of what's going on. But let's continue.
Dating world. I really can't see why though. I mean, this girl looks fantastic to me. She's stunning, attractive, and totally gonna do well in the dating world. I can't see why she's not trending on apps at all. Hashtag sarcasm.
I don't think either of us got into this because we're...
So, his, like, quite literally, she's not getting men throwing themselves at her because she's not hot enough. Like, really? We're doing this? We're really gonna do that? Okay, I mean, like, you know, if that's the hill you want to die on, we can go that way. But I don't think you'll like that whole idea of like hotness and all that other good shit. Because, dude, you not. But let's continue.
We're sexually unsatisfied. At least I'm not. Oh, you shrugged.
Well, I mean, like, whatever. Sex is...
It wasn't just to have sex, is what I was saying.
Oh God, she says they're not sexually unsatisfied, and then JD, our boy, gives her this look of disgust. To me,
now it wasn't a look of disgust, but like, if you can freak shit like in the worst possible time, and yeah, nah, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. You never say that you're not. You say you want to just try different shit. You never say you're unsatisfied when you're trying to have a fucking polyamorous deal or a hall pass deal. You never do that shit. That's beginner moves, though. That's definitely beginner moves. He may not have known that you don't do that shit because people take their sexual value as a high stakes, as part of high stakes of their whole personality, especially if they're with a person in a long-term relationship. Nah, he pulled the wrong move there. So yeah, like he deserves a fucking side eye, but still, I don't think no bullshit understands why that would be a problem, because he's already said the reason why his girlfriend doesn't get many posts is because of the way she looks. Fuck you, no bullshit. But let's continue.
Me, that shrug means yeah. Actually, JD wants to get his bang on more. Give him the love he deserves, Leanne, because if not, you just gave him a big opening to go get some loving out on his own. Wow.
Okay. For couples who do have an issue with libidos not matching up, it's a big issue for people. And you know what? If a woman that you're with, a long-term relationship with, isn't into it, your first thing isn't to go and like shit on her and make her feel unwelcomed or unloved. It's like, or even if you're seeing it from the outside, that's not the first fucking thing that you do. Come on now. But let's continue. By the way, I'm looking up something for composite obsidian for this fucking game. Okay. Oh god, I have to go to the volcano to fucking farm obsidian. Okay, steel bar. Alright. No, I'm not doing that just yet. Let's see if my building materials. But while I'm doing that, let's listen to this motherfucker.
Oh, the plan is sure backfiring on this chick real quick now.
Davey just came back from his date.
My first date was very neutral. There wasn't like a spark or whatever, or a connection that I felt.
I realized that that's, I think, what I was hoping would happen.
Yeah, we know, Leanne. You don't want to end up losing your boyfriend over this dumbass BuzzFeed experiment, which was probably your idea to begin with. And look at JD. He's got his glasses off, looking tan. Looking good, man. I think this guy has come to terms with things quickly. JD is ready to get out there and play the game, while this trick Leanne, she ain't got the stomach for dating life anymore. And well, I'm pretty sure you can imagine how this whole open relationship would end up. JD basically teaches Leanne a lesson and she inevitably falls back into his arms. They almost lost it all here though, and for what? So BuzzFeed can make this stupid open relationship video, pushing promiscuity once again? I don't know what it is about liberals and cheating and degeneracy, but here we are once again. And it's not
So, it's not degeneracy if it is. It's not fucking cheating. Oh my god. Dude, it's not fucking cheating when it's a discussion that two people that are consenting have. I don't know. Like, who hurt you? No bullshit. Who fucking hurt you? But let's continue.
the last time these lefties tried to ruin monogamy and relationships either. Here's another classic from BuzzFeed they posted on Facebook. It's called, "I'm dating two guys and they're totally cool with it." Sure they are. Two guys, one girl? What could possibly go wrong? I guess we better see for ourselves, so let's go ahead and check it out.
Hi, my name is Kate and I am currently dating two guys. An open relationship for us just means that we're open. If that's a new partner, if that's like a one-night stand every once in a while, just whatever.
Well, I would dare to say you're not really in a relationship yet. At least not what I would call one. If you're sleeping around with everyone, there's no real commitment there. There's no...
So he acts as if this is a world with no condoms. Like, seriously. I mean, like, I hate to say it like that, but motherfucker acts like this is a world with no condoms or more safer sex practices. And here we go again. It's this fear of being cuckolded, because that's where a lot of this is coming from. Where it's just like, I don't, 2 men, you know, 1 woman. What can be the problem? He's like, this whole fear of cuckoldry, and dude, this is not it. Like, for real, man. Like, for real, is that what your big fear is? Is that what your big problem is? Cuckoldry? But let's continue.
love or stakes either, so just call it what it is. You guys are friends with benefits. You know each other and have sex sometimes, and hang out. And this chick has loads of guys she sleeps around with too, and she's trying to church it up by calling it an open relationship. Please. And then BuzzFeed is showing this off in the most positive way possible. Again, they don't want millennials to be in strong, committed relationships, because Democrats want their people to be as weak and separated as possible. They're dividing and conquering, because that makes people lean harder on the state and federal government. And
so we're not going to talk about the corporatocracy that we have now. Like, we're gonna just skip past that, and it's about leaning on the state, right? But yet and still, like, I don't get these motherfuckers. Like, literally, they sit back and say that, you know, they don't want people to lean on the state, but it's okay to have all this corporate welfare, and it's okay to say, well, like, fuck. It's almost as if that these people are choosing their own relationship, choosing their own path, and it's all boiling down to relying on the state, as if that these people are gonna have babies irresponsible. And that's where this argument is coming from. It's just like, wait a minute, you're really being this whole situation, you're trying to act as if it's just people being assholes. But that's not what this is, dog. That's really not what this is. But let's continue.
that's how Democrats get their votes and stay in power. The Democratic plantation system. And this type of subversive messaging coming from them, it's nothing new for left-wingers either, but it is still just as disgusting.
John and I started our relationship 2 years ago, and we both decided we wanted to be together, but we didn't want to give up our freedom. Andrew and I met in the same training program and just kind of like instantly connected. Now we're still together, and it's been about 2 months. Our relationship dynamic is a V, so like I'm the partner here and then I have 2 partners, but it's not connected.
So you were dating the first guy for 2 years and then 2 months ago you got an additional boyfriend. Sounds perfectly healthy to me. Or wait, actually, sounds like your first boyfriend is getting cucked. You want more D, so you brought in man number 2.
And again, this is what it is. This is what it's really about. It's not about that you're concerned about one person's health or mental health. It's about this whole idea of being cucked. Like, for real, guy, for real, it's not your fucking relationship. You don't have to fucking worry about it. It's not your relationship. Stop fucking acting as if someone is asking your motherfucking opinion about this shit. Somebody is asking you to be a participating party in what's going on. That's not the fuck that's happening. But let's continue.
Everyone is going along with it because they're all so liberal and beta and progressive and cool, they have to pretend to like this deviant bullshit.
So this is John.
Hi. Relationships are always something that I was nervous about getting into. And so I didn't really think that, any women would be open to the idea of being open. And then I met Kate. She basically wouldn't have it any other way.
Eek. I think that's code for this girl will never be in a monogamous relationship with you, so you have to put up with her sleeping around. Jeez, poor guy. But he is the one putting up with this shit and even encouraging it. I would have walked away day one, but this beta with a man bun decided to stick around because he's probably too lazy and effeminate to pursue other options.
If you didn't actually hear what he fucking just said, a relationship is something that he's worried about because he was already being polyamorous, you dumbass. Like, literally, that's what he's saying. He's saying that he doesn't want a girl that thinks he should be all to her, because that's not the type of fucking person he is. Like, why don't you fucking get that? Idiots. But let's continue.
When Kate first told me that she was seeing someone else, it was like a punch in the gut for a second. It was like I just got, and all these fears and insecurities just bubbled up, and I was just like, what, am I not good enough? Like, oh my God, why is she looking outside of me? Like, what else could she possibly need?
She apparently needed some other guy who could actually finish her off. I don't know what it was exactly, but you were onto something before, dude. You aren't enough. Sometimes it's never enough for people like this, though. That's why your girlfriend will end up old and alone and bitter and angry. Sure, she'll be able to bounce around from lover to lover for a while, but any girl could do that. That's no talent. And this chick is going to age like milk, not wine. And all that deep screwing from Tyrone's over the years, it's gonna put some real
Did he just say some racist shit? Oh my God. And he doesn't have any idea of how sex works. Like, that's not how sex works. Like, for real. When did no bullshit actually, did he grow up in the fucking, like, in this, like, millennia? If a woman has multiple sex partners, then she gets dried up like what? Like, are you fucking serious, dog? Let's continue.
City miles on our nether regions, if you know what I'm saying.
And she goes over to this guy and she hugs him. I'm like, wow. And then he hugged me, and it was a big breakthrough for me, because it was just like, wow, like, I'm so open to connecting with this guy. And then I developed an immense amount of like pride and love for myself, because I was like, who else responds to that in this way?
Only crazy people and sex maniacs would.
All right, that's kind of a little bit out for me. Like, look, like that whole, like, I can understand the whole thing of like, I'm not everything to this one person, and certain shit that just like, certain shit is just like, I don't measure up. I'm not the very best. This is not fucking Pokemon with everything and out with somebody without wanting a relationship. But this shit is kind of Stepford husbandy like type shit. But let's continue.
Respond this way, buddy. You're not some noble, high and mighty progressive for doing this. Having a slutty girlfriend doesn't make you a hero, dude, but I am glad you showed your cards here. This is why many of these liberals do this deranged shit after all, so they can brag about it and think they're cool and progressive. This is framed up as being hip and the future of relationships, when really it's not. Strong bonds formed through commitment, monogamy, and eventually love and marriage, that's what makes the strongest relationships, and the strongest families, communities, and neighborhoods, cities, and countries. This is the groundwork for building good families. But liberals don't want that, though, because love and marriage lead to conservatism, and Christian.
No, the fuck it doesn't. The fuck? Like, no, the fuck it doesn't. It leads to control. Now, I know no bullshit is a little bit dumb, but just because those two words start with a C doesn't mean that they're the same word. Oh! Let's continue.
Values and becoming Republicans. And that's not even going fully religious about it or anything. Just using the basis of this country's long-standing Christian history. That's where a lot of these American values come from.
America is not a Christian nation. It's a secular nation. And from the start of the fucking country, if it was a Christian nation, we wouldn't have had fucking slaves, you fucking idiot. But let's continue.
After all, and that's why this country was built so well and it's prospered so much because of it too. But Democrats can't monetize strong families with independence and no.
Like the way fucking Republicans have tried to monetize strong families. Like, this is just like poor fact checking 101. And quite frankly, there have been polyamorous or open relationships since the founding of this fucking country, because there were a lot of people that were fucking their slaves. But let's continue.
No need for Big Brother. They want the populace to be weak and separated and alone, so they can be more dependent on the system and Democrats. So
says the people that push libertarianism. Like, literally, these are the people that push libertarianism. I don't know, guys. I just don't know. Like, help me out. Like, really? Fucking really? But let's continue.
Make no mistake, that's why they continue to push this open relationship bullshit too.
So this is Andrew.
Hey, how's it going? Honestly, when Kate told me that she was in an open relationship, I was like, yes, that means free game.
This dude really sketches me out. He looks like a drug addict. Or
the fuck? You are like, let's just talk about this shit. This is how dumb no bullshit is. Let's just have that conversation. He has a fucking cow's head. Now I know he's probably too stupid to understand that he looks sort of like the Minotaur, and being sort of like the Minotaur is not necessarily a good motherfucking thing in history, because the Minotaur was born where a king kind of like was shit to Poseidon, and Poseidon made his wife fuck a cow, and ta-da, Minotaur baby. I don't think no bullshit understands the concept of that, and I'm just being an asshole because I know the context, and I'm pretty sure that he does it. But let's continue.
Or one of those F-boys, as the kids put it these days. And I love how he comes in all creepy and weird here. Andrew slides over into the...
Wait, he says bullshit, but he said he has a problem with F-boys, fuck boys. Does he have a problem with saying the word fuck boys? He doesn't have a problem with the word fuck boys. But let's continue.
The shot, not even recognizing the original boyfriend at all. He's taken over. He's the alpha. He pretends to respect the original relationship, but he's really just happy to be getting laid too. Everyone's just happy to be getting laid in this situation, but that's really not enough. Like the girl claimed before, relationships can't all be about sex. The funny part about that is, though, I'm actually thinking this three-way relationship, it is all about sex, even though they're pretending it's not. And I love how they aren't just pretending it's okay and cool to do this, like what the man bun guy said earlier, but they also think they should get props for this degeneracy. They think they're being better than everyone.
What's degenerate? He keeps saying it's degenerate. What's degenerate about it? Like, for real. I really would like to know what's degenerate about it. It's almost as if he's mad because he can't get it. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't see a degeneracy that's happening. But let's continue.
They're essentially virtue signaling here, saying, hey, look at us, we're progressive and cool and better than you, when really, of course, they are clearly not.
It just felt good, it just felt right to get into this relationship, just to try it out and see how it works and just be fully 100% committed.
Look at Man Bun, he's spacing out here. He's looking up and over at the wall while this other guy, his bull, is bragging about banging his girl and cucking him. I can see why she felt the need to step out on Ponytail Guy over here. He's a pretty soy boy beta with girl's hair and everything. And clearly the lady wanted someone a little more masculine, but also more slutty and creepy too, I guess.
And then later, I was like, oh, I think that's Kate's boyfriend.
So, what is this fascination about fucking, I don't know. maybe it's just me and I don't understand it, but what is this whole fascination about alphas and betas and fucking, like, for real? Like, do people have a value besides being somebody's, fuck toy? Like, really, do they have a value besides that? There's no bullshit see people with a value of being, people and shit. I don't know. Maybe you guys know. But let's continue.
Instantly felt those negative emotions. I need to be better than him. The emotions changed because I made a conscious decision to want to change them because I really care about Kate.
Well, I think sometimes it's better to go with your gut on these things. There's a reason humans have this guttural, knee-jerk reaction to cheaters. It's because cheating has gone against our evolution and biological instincts. Sure, there's an argument to...
Okay, cheating has not gone against our evolutionary or biological instincts. To be quite contrary, a man's penis was developed to actually compete because women would actually be more, I don't know what's the best way. It takes more than, in a lot of cases, one man to please women. Women evolve that way. And yeah, that was a thing. What the hell, man? My relic treasure hunter was killed following me? What the hell, man? Where the fuck is it at? Oh my god. I spent a lot of fucking resources making that fucking armor. Oh my god. Let's continue.
To say men are meant to spread their seed to as many ladies as possible, but really, it's the human's ability to form lifelong bonds that brought us into the modern age. Women needed males to...
No. We evolved from women need to get as many seeds from men as possible. That's why it's determined that it's... That's why it was determined that women are actually... Oh my god, I'm pissed about that. But let's continue.
To protect and hunt for them, while men needed ladies for love and baby making. It was a symbiotic relationship. Now sure, this could be done without the monogamy, but it is the monogamous one-on-one relationships that excelled and did the best, and grew up into the greater families, cities, towns, and nations. So basically, this BuzzFeed three-way couple is going against our natural inclinations, and what's proven to be best for our societies, all in order to try and adhere to some liberal, progressive, deviant nonsense, which they're...
It's not fucking deviant. I think I'm tired and like I really fucked myself over where my body was because I had some great shit on my body. Anyway, I'm gone. Let's let him play this shit out.
they're trying to get social validation points with or something. In the end, we can see a clear pattern here with BuzzFeed and relationship videos. We went over 3 examples today of them pushing cheating, open relationships, and having a 3-way creepy with a meth addict who's got a giant dong. And these are only 3 of many other anti-monogamy and anti-marriage videos.
Did he just say that he has a giant dong? Like, how do you think that shit up? Like, what the fuck is on your mind when you come up with this bullshit, dog? Like, really? Let's continue.
Videos made by BuzzFeed over the years. You sure won't find them making any pro-marriage or monogamy content, not on BuzzFeed. Hell no. They've got a strict left-wing agenda to stick to. Fortunately, they have shied away from politics and lots of SJW content lately, but there's still lots of liberal bullshit at BuzzFeed to go over, clearly. What do you guys think? Are open relationships a good idea? Or is it a recipe for disaster that will get you cheated on or broken up with or your heart broken or worse? And what do you guys think about that girl who's dating 2 guys? Was she gross? Comment your thoughts on everything below, and thanks for watching No Bullshit. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and we'll see y'all next time.
Alright guys, I'm gone for the night. Please, thank you if you like my channel. Let me just pull this up. I'm sorry. Alright, if you like my channel, just please like, subscribe, follow. Help support me going to the Indiana Comic Con by going to Crimson 606 Streamlabs at Crimson 60620. And yeah, we're gonna make sure that I can actually get the opportunity to sell more of my art. I want to thank everybody. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, and good night. Peace.